taking a shit. Refresh, everyone. There we go. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask you guys to refresh. Hopefully, okay, good. My stream is starting to come back up. Awesome. Can you guys hear me? Hope you guys can hear me. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I always get nervous whenever OBS-kun does this, but it's tradition at this point in time. Even if my viewership can get like pretty well here and there, I'm still really afraid that it's gonna make Twitch-kun thinking, what's this guy doing? What's he on about, huh? He's having some internet problems? Let's not give him the statistics that he deserves, especially when it comes to the viewer apocalypse. Like, to think that there was the YouTube apocalypse long ago that's still, you know, some shitty ads here and there, but not as shitty. And now we got the viewer apocalypse with Twitch. Like, sometimes I just really can't help but say this. Like, I'm afraid, just like everyone else, but at least every bad phase is temporary, so long as there's a way to get through it. So, you know what? I'm not gonna really complain too much about it. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I can't say that I can't complain about how work is treating me, as things been getting pretty easy, which is suspiciously so because it's the calm before the storm that's gonna hit with the sales that are up and coming. Oh, I better be ready for when the following week happens. As for what my stream schedule is gonna look like, I did say around Christmas time I wanted to look into the color my tree for you guys. How many submissions do I have so far? I want to check that out real quick. Let me just go fetch the link real quick to post in chat for you guys to check out. I know a few of you have been like consistently forgetting, especially when I'm streaming, but I'm always going to remind you. I'm more than happy to send in a reminder because I very much understand how easy it is to forget about these things. Okay, so it looks like I did get another submission compared to the last time I was able to see it. Fen said that he would put in a ornament. I'm still waiting on him to put in an ornament, so I probably should shoot him a reminder. I'm thinking about sending widespread messages to my friends as a friendly reminder. I'm gonna start streaming this around Christmas time, most likely a Saturday. I think I should stream on a Saturday. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not sure about the rest of the week because there is some off-stream work I like to do. So it could be, hi Master, welcome to the stream, welcome, welcome. If you would like to fill in an ornament and put in a kind message in the color my tree link I provided, feel free to do so. It doesn't need to be a complex message, but whatever you want to put in is alright with me, so the link is just right there. I hope you have been well, Master, and thank you so much. Yes, it's my affiliate anniversary. Happy affiliate anniversary to me. I really don't think about this too often, which I find funny because, you know, I don't know if I put too much effort into trying to get affiliate because it was pretty easy for me to get affiliate. I'm like, all right, I got the privilege, so I am all set and dandy, so yippee me. Because I was able to get the viewership thanks to like certain collabs I used to partake in, so yeah, it was pretty easy for me to get set up to become affiliate. I do know that there are those that struggle to get affiliate, especially when starting out, and they may not be as social as other people's, and there are people like Kurumia Lucian that will always try to promote those that are trying to get affiliate or even get that glorious check mark next to their name. It's been okay, had to cancel my stream earlier because nearly all my streaming... Oh, that sucks. Damn, I've been there. Especially when OBS-kun took the biggest log of a shit to me for where I was worried I had to cancel my stream when nobody could see my stream. Hi, Fen, welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, Fen, friendly reminder, if you scroll up a bit in chat, there is the color of my tree for you to fill out to pick an ornament and write a nice message. I know it's easy to forget, so I'm always more than happy to remind you guys. I got a feeling that perhaps it's going to be a smaller amount of ornaments and kind messages compared to last year, because last year I think I had like 2 pages worth. Is there a way that I can view my 2024 color my tree. Is that possible? I think it should be possible. Oh yeah, here's the tree archive. Yep, for 2024. I was able to get a fuck ton of nice messages in here. A fuck ton of them. Yeah. Like a lot, for sure. But obviously, this was like back when I made a fresh new batch of friends, like as we tried to congregate with each other. Did they change it before? The color my tree? No, it's the same layout. I don't remember there having to have a login for a greeting. Wait, you have to log in? Well, I think it should be easy for you to connect your Google account, as this should be pretty convenient in order to be able to log in, put in an ornament, as well as write a kind message. No, wait a minute. I think it's for when you set up your own tree to send a message. Okay, that one I am not too sure, actually. Now that I think about it? Huh. You know, that's actually a really good question, Finn. I actually don't know. Maybe it is new. Of course, when it comes to like certain sites and such, it's starting to become much more common to require login information this, login information that. Oh, let's make it convenient and non-suspicious to collect data. Here's a Google account you could sign in through. Evening and happy affiliated anniversary. Hi, Mini-Me. Thank you so much. Wait, did you fill in the, Yeah, you did, right, Mini-Me? Yeah, you did. You filled in the, Christmas ornament message, as I did notice a new one popped up. But yeah, just wanted to send in a friendly reminder, as per usual, to you guys. Man, Yep, thank you, Master. Really do appreciate it. And please do mind the ad break that is deploying right now, as OBS Kun had to reset. And oh yippee, Twitch gets to make a bit more ad revenue. What share do they take? 70% of my cut? Unless I am partner in a certain way. Gotta love how Twitch could be sometimes, you know. And speaking of something that I will definitely love, I have put in the commission request for VGen to get my NV up and rolling for Idol from Oshi no Ko. Not from K-pop Demon Hunters, Oshi no Ko. Just to provide another emphasis on that, because it's pretty easy to get those two mixed up. So it's a okay, I was about to say classic anime song. Basically, it is a cult favorite that managed to beat a song by Taylor Swift when it comes to certain statistics, which I still find crazy to this day and age. I wonder if they went ahead and accepted the commission request they put in. Obviously, I've been messaging them beforehand. Okay, when I got an email before, I just wanted to make sure if it was like when it happened. Okay. So they will view it tomorrow morning based on their time zones, but I trust that their work will go terrifically because I was recommended to them by a friend of mine as I was looking for MV editors to work for. I made sure to provide a good amount of references, as well as emphasizing what I want out of the video. They told me that I don't need to get too specific, but will kindly send me in some drafts, and I'll have to let them know what I think about it. And it's gonna be their first time making a cover song for the Idol by Oshi no Ko, so this is gonna be pretty interesting for their experience to be applied to my request, as I have looked at their previous works, and the songs are obviously much slower than Oshi no Ko, because when it comes to Idol, that song is incredibly fast-paced. The music videos always so flashy, so fucking glittery, that it just reminds me how tough it was for me to do that cover song. And even then, there was like a part that I certainly have goofed up when I tried. Hey yo, fan, you got that 7th stream streak going on. Congratulations. Always happy to see it. Always. I've been seeing these streaks more and more often. Like, you guys are really wanting to support me after, like, all that has happened, all that I talked about and wanting to improve upon myself a lot. Like, you guys are just super duper supportive. Oh, Fen, I just remembered about the collab server I want to create. Either I'm gonna do it next week or the week after, and I should send you and Snowy invites. You guys can take a look at how the channels are going, as well as like the rule sets to follow along. They made it available for everyone now. And nice, can't wait. Hell yeah. It's gonna be terrific. Now, in case I do seem low energy, I've just been doing a lot of meditating recently, as I'm just really thinking a lot about what I want out of myself with content creation. As it sort of feels like the fire that I had within me is changing for where my previous blind ambitions, or not so blind you could say, but more so that there's been some blind spots to it. That's just fading away, actually, as the new year is rolling in, and I just want to make sure that I could try to kick ass for the new upcoming year that awaits for me. Like, I almost wonder, do I need to meditate more, like, just to make sure that I have my life in order? I almost wondered if I wasn't gonna stream today, like, just so that way I could tweak up a bit of my mental health. I mean, not like my mental health is shit right now, as, again, I made a lot of drastic improvements to the point that I really don't need to go see a therapist. But remember, for those that really do need good mental health and counseling, highly recommend therapy. If you don't vibe well with a therapist, you can always shop for another. You always can, always valid. Just stick to who you are, but what improvements there are to make, not necessarily to fix you, but just how to get by better in society while making peace with your quirks. But if certain habits need a change for the better to improve your lifestyle, go for it. That's something that I would definitely stand by when it comes to somebody's mental health well-being. Ugh, God, I need to hydrate terribly. I should probably unpin this message right now, unless... OBS? OBS? Okay, good. Maybe I'll just leave it pinned for a while. You may never know, because sometimes it does this to me. Even when I'm playing a game and it may be too late for me to notice to pinpoint, hey, everyone, refresh. Ugh. I guess the sniffles are still kind of trying to get to me, as, you know, when it comes to shoppers, it's not surprising for anyone to be sick. So I just really try to cross my fingers a lot that I don't get sick at the job that I work for. Excuse me. And speaking of jobs and saving up money, something I've learned is when it comes to like the little, god damn it, Fed, the little fee that I have to pay for online transactions to get my CDs enrolling, and for what the interest rate for those CDs are, for like what my return investment's gonna be, it kind of makes me wonder if I'm gonna receive little investment anyway, and that I have to pay this fee. Is it actually worth it if I do like small transactions to my account there? So I'm gonna do a bit of math. What is, let's just say 4.25% of 300. I'm just gonna let the AI roll in for that answer. Oh! Okay, so say if I were to, oh god, my emotes. Whoopsies. Gotta love that when that occurs. Oh, I see. I really couldn't tell what letters I was pressing right there. Excuse me, numbers. Okay, so I will pretty much get like $12.75 back, but the fact that it's a $5 online transactional charge, I'm like, I kind of feel like it's worth it if I were to put in a bigger amounts of money when it comes to CDs. So that's something that I actually recently just had to learn. Yeah, it was just a random thought that occurred to me this morning as I was brewing some nice coffee, and I'm like, my CDs, wait. I noticed the $5 transactional charge. Is it actually still worth it to invest into CDs? Is it worth it? I mean, I'll still get, you know, a decent bang for my buck, but I really can't help but feel like, I don't know, maybe if I do checks, I mean, I do have some checks, but they're not to my current address, and then there's the fact that I may need to order more, and then they cost money, and you can't even order a small amount of checks for yourself. So that's kind of interesting to me. I'm in a bit of a loop, a bit of a bind as to what to exactly make out of it. Well, I'll figure it out. I mean, if I could earn even a little bit more extra money, then maybe I should keep doing what I'm doing. So long as the transactional charge isn't by a percentage, then I think I should be fine, right? If it's just $5 regardless, then I should be a-okay. I guess it's a good thing that I'm not doing like $100 or less transactions for CDs. Otherwise, I don't think it would be worth it. What's the old saying, your mouth can't cash checks or something like that? I am not sure. I wish I could tell you, but that's the first time I'm hearing something like that as well. Whew. I definitely needed that nice chug. I really needed the bit of energy right there. So far, streaming just a couple hours after my job, it is going pretty well. I think I have to remind myself not to take it too easy in terms of like how stuffy I get with food, as if I eat too much food for an early dinner as I would have right before I stream, then yeah, it's gonna make me pretty tired. So I'm starting to learn some new habits when it comes to right before I start streaming, as well as like just no alcohol. Even if it's a little bit, I don't really think it's a good idea for me, as I'm learning more about myself, especially with a new schedule that's different than what I had back when I used to live in my old home with a different kind of job. So, you know, I'm learning more about myself with certain habits I need to keep up. Of course, it's also good that I'm definitely keeping up with habits of working out on certain days when I work at 7, even though I wake up at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, just so that way my 5 a.m. shifts can be doable and I don't get tempted to sleep in or anything. So I'm doing what I can to be a proper adult, to be very responsible. Something that I have been noticing in the music channel for my Discord server, I really do enjoy the suggestions for anything to sing during karaoke or song covers. Even if I may not fully consider them, I do like the thoughts that are being put in there. Some of the songs that you guys throw in, I just end up putting on my music playlist on YouTube. I've got like a fuck ton of songs on my playlist on YouTube, up to the point that I am going to need to create separate playlists for different kinds of music based on the vibes I want to give myself, or if there are certain Oshis that I wish to support. I'm gonna check my playlist just to see how much I have in there. Where can I view my music playlist? Okay, it don't show it right on the dashboard, so I'm gonna need to go view my channel real quick and then go to playlists. So, how many do I have? Try Not to Laugh, cover original songs. Oh! I thought I had 200 or more. I just have 146 in my playlist. Well, I am picky sometimes. I am. So, I guess it's good that it's not like, say, 500? Not 500? Because imagine if I had a playlist of 500, but yeah, it is getting to the point that I'm gonna need to be a whole lot smarter with my music playlists. Like, how many music videos do you guys have on your YouTube playlists? Something tells me there are music eccentrics here in chat that somebody would tell me, oh, Minty, 146, those are rookie numbers. Try 1,000. Something tells me that one of you guys has 1,000 music videos on their playlist, and I only have rookie numbers. and that I'm probably not trying the hardest that I could ever go for. It just really makes me think. I mean, I'm a very organized person. When I'm seeing 146, I think, yeah, I should... Yeah, I don't doubt that, Mini-Me. I do not doubt that. Based on how often you've been posting music in the music channel, I really don't doubt that at all. It really sucks to run out of tissue boxes. As my nose is just, it's just so stuffy. No matter how many times I blow it out, it just, yeah. Well, it's the winter season, and I guess the nostrils are just constricting against themselves. I don't like it. I really don't. That reminds me, I think sometime next week that would be the perfect opportunity for me to form my 2026 New Year's resolution goals. Again, it was quite something to see what my 2025 New Year's resolution goals were. Just when I thought I accomplished most of them, half of them I realized, oh shit, yeah, I didn't. I didn't get to them. I didn't. Oh no. Life is just a cruel mistress, isn't it? Haha, thank you, Sarybot. Thank you for coming on by. Good Sarybot. Good bot. It always entertains me with how quickly Sarybot is just able to remove these bots. It's been a long ass time since I've had to deal with spam in my chat back when I was just running through more pathetic numbers as a streamer. Especially when I used to stream Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and either it was going to be spam, someone asking me, can I ask you a question, and then lead on to artwork, and then there were others that just wanted to straight up be an asshole and spoil some stuff to me, and saying it in broken English, I'm like, what are you saying? But really though, they were just being an asshat, and I'm like, oh, well, let's ban this asshat right here. How about I just enjoy the game? Twitch app account not functioning for some reason. Must take care of it, so I must leave, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Wait, does this mean that... Is my stream okay? How is the rest of everyone viewing my stream? Is my stream being viewed a-okay? I'm alright, right? I mean, I hope so. Because now I'm just a bit scared. But if it is just your account, then I totally get it, Mini-Me. I do remember you telling me that there was a problem going on with the app that prevented you from redeeming channel points, was it? But yeah, I do hope for the best, Mini-Me, and you go enjoy your lurk, or if you do need to take off, I wish you the best of luck. Okay, gotcha. And do you guys remember... I kind of want to view like a YouTube video or two real quick, since honestly I have not come too prepared with anything to talk about. Oh look, you guys remember when I was like talking about Karyu Crocodile? Maybe I'll watch her on stream, maybe. But god, if you could just see, based on like the video playback, the way that her model is made, the rigging is excellent. But what's been really catching my attention is this hot chocolate. So wait, not only does this person list one way, but two ways to make hot chocolate? It's funny how mostly I'm associated with hot chocolate from just store-bought powder. I really need to be more of a connoisseur for true homemade chocolate. I really do. I know my mother can make homemade whipped cream, so I wouldn't put it past her if she's able to make homemade hot chocolate for herself.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, I'm sorry. Ads? What are ads? I don't think I quite understand the definition of ads real quick.
I've traveled the world and I finally figured out how to make the perfect hot chocolate.
Ooh, all around the world. So fancy. Man, I really want to do reaction streams for cooking.
Just a pastime. It's a religion. When the cool weather kicks in, you want hot chocolate. If there were any hot chocolate you're gonna make, it's gonna be one of these two. I'm providing 2 different variations.
He's got such a
just
fancy
so you have
cup for
flexibility,
this.
But I will say my preferred one is the second one, which you'll see in a second. So
To think that there's a teapot
We'll
meant
start
for
by
hot
making our homemade
chocolate.
toppings, which include whipped cream, marshmallows. Then we'll follow that with
Wait,
an
is that
easy
homemade
instant hot
marshmallows?
chocolate. And then last but not least, my very best of all-time hot chocolate recipe. You
God
cannot
damn.
have hot chocolate without whipped cream. You could skip this part. You could serve your guests or even yourself.
No, I'm not gonna
just a
skip.
plain old cup of hot chocolate. But I promise you, if you're serving,
Why
other
does he
people,
have
they're gonna
spam
sit
in the
down, they're gonna be
background
cooking,
like
they're gonna, This
that?
is pretty good. I can't believe they didn't get me whipped cream.
I tried cooking with spam
So
before,
make
and
2 cups of cold, heavy whipping cream. You don't need any fancy
Just
gadgets. You don't need a hand
honestly.
blender, although it is very helpful to have a hand blender. You could just use a good old-fashioned whisk. So you're gonna start by beating this vigorously. Your arm starts to get tired. You can always switch to the other arm. This is a great time to practice ambidextrous.
Weak, always rely on one arm.
Ambidextrous qualities. Does this look
Get
natural?
good.
Because it feels like I'm fighting for my life. So we're starting to thicken up a little bit. Now we're gonna add 3 tablespoons
So
of
is there a
sugar. Not
reason
all
why
at
he's
once,
not
just a little
using
bit at a time. So
a,
we're gonna start with about a tablespoon, and we're gonna keep
shaker,
beating.
whisker,
All right, thickening
thingy,
up a little bit
machine,
more. Another
majiggy, whatever it's
tablespoon.
called.
That in there. We're gonna add the remaining tablespoon. All right, so
I
we're
just came up
pretty
with
much
some
there.
interesting
You don't want
English
to overbeat
words.
this, because if you overbeat it, it'll get too stiff. And to me, a good whipped cream is gonna be very soft peak. You can see that's like a Jimmy Neutron hairstyle right there. That's beautiful. I'm adding 2
How many
teaspoons
years?
of
How many years has it been
I'm
since I've
just
seen
gonna
Jimmy
carefully
Neutron?
whisk
How
that
many
in. I don't want to
years?
introduce any more air to this. Just a gentle whisk to get it to know this beautiful whipped cream. We're gonna actually pop this into a piping bag with a star tip attached to it. We have our whipped cream. We'll keep this
Is
cold
it easy
while
to
we make
use a
our hot chocolate.
piping
But Before
bag?
that, let's talk marshmallows. If you don't want
Is
to make
it?
it, it's fine. Go buy your own. Making your own though, you can control.
Oh
the flavor,
shit, he
you
is
can
making
control
his
the texture,
own.
You can control the size of them. You can make them really mini. You can make them really big. It's also cool. To
Oh,
be
I
able to
like
serve
'em
them to your
big.
guests and go, hey,
Oh,
those
I like
marshmallows
'em
in there,
big.
I made those. And then they're gonna fall in love with you. Half cup of water into the bowl of a stand mixer or a large bowl if you're using a hand blender. Then you're gonna add 3 packets of unflavored powdered gelatin, and you're just gonna sprinkle that directly on top.
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
my
need to
store
mix that, you don't need to
sells
stir it.
those.
It will hydrate on its own. Let that sit while we make our sugar syrup over here. 1.5 cups of sugar going into a small sauce pot. 1.25
Yeah.
cup or 385 grams of light corn syrup, not
With
dark
all the
corn
stuff
syrup.
I'm
And
seeing
finally,
that
a half
I'm
cup of
selling at
water.
my
So we're gonna stir
store,
all those ingredients together.
and seeing all
goal
the
here is just to
ingredients
get
and everything, it just
everything
makes me really
homogeneous. What I
wonder,
don't
man,
want
just
is a
do it. This is
giant
better
layer of dry
encouragement.
sugar
Just
sitting at the
do it.
bottom. All right, we're gonna set
Make
it to a
even
medium
more
heat,
homemade
add a
shit.
tiny little pinch of salt, and then we're gonna bring that up to a boil. Once that comes to a boil, you're gonna let it cook and reduce until it reaches 240 degrees Fahrenheit. Cut the heat off and very carefully transfer this. You don't want to get this on your skin. It is
Oh,
unrelentlessly
so not
hot.
too
You will
easy of a
regret it. Please be
process.
careful.
I'm
We have our
definitely gonna note
bloomed
this.
gelatin whisk attachment. Now we're gonna lift this bad boy up. We're gonna start
Okay,
it
so
on
now
low
he's using
speed.
this
And this
machine.
entire time you're going to carefully,
Not for the whipped
slowly
cream, but
drip
for
down
this.
your sugar syrup down the side of the bowl. Once it starts to melt, the gelatin and everything.
if my
is
mother
beginning
were to
to
try this, she
emulsify,
would just
increase
dump
heat to
it all in
medium,
one go
continuing
and
to
go
pour your sugar
yeet,
syrup,
but
then
I hope
increase
she
to high,
understands
while
to be
slowly
patient
adding
with
the remainder
certain
of your syrup. Once
things.
everything's been added, you're just gonna keep beating that for a few minutes until your mixture
it,
is
whip it,
thick,
whip it,
creamy,
whip it,
and
whip
white,
it, whip it,
and
whip it.
holds a light, soft peak. Now
Oh
at
my
that stage, you can
God.
lower your speed to like medium and add in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract.
Well, my
To
mother
make these
has
mini,
one of
we're going
these,
to
so I'll
scoop
probably have
this
to
into a
ask her if I
large
can
piping
borrow
bag.
it.
Baking sheet. I like to add a touch of spray
would
oil
buy
on
my
the bottom
own,
so
but
the parchment
I got
that
some
is then
savings
going
to
go on top
do.
Sticks. You're gonna lightly spray the parchment. And then we have a mixture of 1-to-1 potato starch and powdered sugar. Give that
Oh, I should
a
probably get
generous
one of
dusting.
those.
You honestly kind of can't have too much because most of it will shake off of the marshmallow. You just
Man.
want enough so
With
it
my
doesn't stick.
kitchen,
Piping time. So
it's really
you
been
need to get
growing
the
on me to make
optimal
more
size
homemade
hole
shit.
here. At this stage,
I
you can
swear.
pipe this on
'Cause
as
I wanna
thick or
feel
as thin as
more
you
and more
want. If you
alive
go
in my
super thin,
home.
then you're gonna end up with really mini marshmallows. Nice little line all the way across.
My stay at my home
You're gonna
is
rinse and repeat
temporary,
that
so I'm
until you've
like,
lined essentially your
I
whole
really
baking
should
sheet. I spent
enjoy
about
as
6 on
much,
here. You might
shouldn't
be able to
I?
squeeze
Maybe
7,
to
but I
get some
wouldn't
new
push
form
for a lot.
habits when I
Take
move
your
into
starch
another
mixture and then
place.
give them a light
When
dusting
this place
over
goes
the
through
top.
renovations.
This is going to help set that shape, and again, it's also going to help prevent them from sticking after they've cooled. Let these sit for at least 4 hours, ideally 5, and even better, overnight. Now they've been rested at room
Overnight,
temperature.
huh?
Now make sure to roll them back and forth to then get the edges coated as well, just making sure there's no stickage. To cut these, you
Man,
can do 2 at a time. I'm
homemade
gonna start with
stuff,
just 1 for visual
it just
sake.
really,
And
really
you may
takes a
need to
long
dust
time.
your knife.
Sometimes you just
This is
can't
like
do it like an
roughly a
hour or
half-inch thick,
2
so we're gonna cut
in the
half-inch
process.
segments
It
to
just
keep
takes
these
a long
equal.
ass
Toss them together to
time.
get them coated in that starch. You have your own homemade mini marshmallows. Finally, hot chocolate. The first one we have is the easy cocoa powder version. This isn't
Yeah,
the
this has
best
got to be
one,
the
it's
easiest part, isn't it?
1 cup of your finest cocoa powder, 1 cup of powdered sugar, a 1/4 cup of light brown sugar, and a 1/2 teaspoon of fine sea salt. Carefully whisk that
Sea
together. This
salt?
will get into the air.
I think I have one of
That's
those.
okay. That's it. That's your cocoa mix. You can add cinnamon, you can add cayenne, you can add whatever you want to this. But this is the
Cayenne?
base. The benefit of
Wait,
this
cayenne
recipe
hot
is you can
chocolate?
store all of this in an airtight container like a mason jar, and you essentially have your own instant hot cocoa mix. Now, the ratio is important though, so here's how you make it. A 1/4 cup of mix for
That's
every
crazy.
cup of hot milk. I'm just gonna slowly, gently mix that. And then you can just serve it. You can take
Interesting.
your homemade marshmallows, pop those on top. Yeah, they float. All right, I'm gonna go to the hospital now because that was so hot. It's really nice. It doesn't taste
You
extravagant.
idiot.
It's just a solid hot chocolate that's easy. So let's make the one that is the ultimate hot chocolate. How is this so good? Well, it starts with 1 pound of 60 to 70% dark chocolate. And you're just going to
gimme.
very thinly chop it. It doesn't need to be like paper thin, but you do want it thin enough so that it sort of starts to crumble a little bit. This is gonna help a lot in the melting process. Once you have that all chopped, I'd like to give it one more once over the other direction. Again, just to help it get as fine as I can get it. We have 3.5 cups of whole milk going into a sauce pot, followed by a 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream, 1/4 cup of sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla paste. You can use vanilla extract, that's fine. I'm using vanilla paste just because it adds a little more fragrance.
Vanilla
Heat that
paste?
over medium heat.
Wait,
with a
not
little whisk
extract? That's
to dissolve
interesting.
that sugar. You're gonna heat that just
I never
until
knew they came
steaming
in
hot, but
paste.
not boiling. Cut off the heat. Now, we're gonna add all of our chopped chocolate, give it a little shake to distribute evenly, and then you're just gonna let this sit for about
You guys are
2
not
minutes.
hearing my
And
sister
then-
and her friend next door, are
and at
you?
first it's gonna feel like it's not coming together, but just keep mixing,
Huh,
just keep doing it.
really?
And if it's not fully melted, you just pop it on
Well, I
low
guess I
heat,
better
stirring
expect that kind of
frequently
product in
until
my
everything's
store sometime in
melted
the
and it's hot
future.
throughout. Be careful not to boil it, you will break the emulsion. Now, every chocolate
You're not
is gonna be
hearing
a
my
little bit
sister,
different
are
in
you?
how
She's
gritty
like-
it is. So if you want an extra
she's just
smooth, you
laughing
take an
up a
immersion blender
storm.
and just give it a light immersion blendering. That'll get it even more glossy. To make it even more perfectly non-gritty and smooth.
Yeah,
you
'cause
can
I had to
pass
go
it
over
through
her
a
place
very,
and
very
telling
fine mesh
her,
strainer. Now we'll
yeah,
serve. This is obviously inspired by our visit to Correct.
you are really,
I love
really
the way they served it. I
loud.
think it made hot chocolate feel like a special treat. You give it a nice pour. You have your whipped cream.
Oh my
You just
God,
take
so
your spoon, give
fancy.
yourself a nice, generous,
Imagine me
solid,
having guests
right in the
at my
center. Look
home,
at that. There's only one thing
and
left
then
to
I
do.
show them this. Look.
Out of all the hot chocolates
I can
I've ever
bake,
made,
I
it is the
can
best
cook,
hot chocolate
I can
have ever
serve.
made, and it will be the best hot chocolate
Mint
you've
free,
ever made
certified
in your life.
butler.
It's beauty in simplicity. I know I say it a lot, but this really is. There's not a bunch of ingredients in this. This is all about the chocolate. It exudes the flavor in a way that is beyond your wildest imagination. You have to try it. Whether you do the more ridiculous one that's all chocolate or just the powdered mix, you'll be happy either way. You've got your homemade marshmallows, you've got your beautiful whipped cream, but more importantly, you have a top tier hot chocolate. Love you so much. Subscribe. See you later.
Ooh, he's made a curry? Wait, what is this curry right here? Butter chicken? So this is butter chicken curry? Wait, who is this man? You know, I'm starting to really like how my search results, no, my recommendations are going off by YouTube ever since I started, like, reacting to stuff on stream. I would visit you every day if you have the cup for clotted cream, the fancy tea set, and a pot for hot chocolate. Yeah, for sure. You know, it kind of makes me wonder if I'm ever, like, bored after I wake up at 3:30, but I don't work until 7. I could pre-prep certain things. That's something I could do, or maybe make a checklist for saying, what complex thing would I like to make at home when I get home? Something like that. You know, say I wake up at 3:30, I get dressed, head out for jogging at 3:40, return home at 4, then do some yoga, work out. I'd be done by 4:15. I'd make some breakfast, be done by 5 after eating it all, because I would be stuffing myself like crazy for breakfast. And then after that, I would just, like, come up with a plan for what to do for melted hot chocolate like this. Maybe make some homemade marshmallows. So that way, the homemade marshmallows can just sit throughout the entire day. And when I get home, they would be set and ready. I can cut them up and then put them into some nice melty liquidy hot chocolate in a fancy schmancy teapot. That's the kind of dream that I would love to have. Now, I'm a big fan of curry. I don't know if I have chicken curry specifically, but I'm very curious as to what this guy did. And why is the rice and curry separated? Why is that? I'm curious.
This is the best butter chicken recipe I've ever written in my life. And you can make it. Anyone can make it.
Damn! Got the white sauce in it? Wait, what is that green stuff?
This butter chicken is an iteration of 2 recipes. I always felt like I had a
What were those things to the left?
To be honest. Then I went to India and I learned a few
India?
From a buddy of mine, Chef Suraj. Shout out to him. This butter chicken is
Man, he really does travel around the world, doesn't he?
All the flavors you want and more maximized while taking all of the effort that it takes to make a really good butter chicken and trying to minimize it down to the least amount of effort. It's still quite a bit of work, but it's something that anybody can do anywhere. So that being
gotta
said,
love the
let's
seasoning,
do
the
this, shall we?
herbs.
We're gonna
Perfect
start
touch.
making a simple green chutney. Then we'll marinate our chicken with all these secrets that I learned from my trip to
What
India.
the fuck
First,
was
we'll season
that?
over chicken over charcoal.
What
Then
the
we'll make our
fuck?
beautiful curry gravy
Was that charcoal?
with the perfect set of spices. And then we'll serve that along basmati rice, fresh homemade garlic naan, and of course, our chutney.
Holy
This is not mandatory,
shit!
but I would really recommend that you have this on the side. It is an
Why is there
amp up
so
that I
much to
think
the sides
everybody's
with this
missing with butter
curry?
chicken, and that is a nice,
So it's not just a
basic
simple
green
bowl, but
chutney. Very
there's
simply
just so
done.
much.
2 cups of fresh cilantro leaves, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 teaspoon of toasted cumin seeds, 1 teaspoon of kosher salt, a 1-inch knob
So
of
specific with the
ginger,
salt, so
and
just
3
not
really
any kind of
green
salt to
chili.
mess
I
with.
want it spicy. I have 3 Thai chilies here, although they're Thai, I get it. Bird's eye chilies, Serrano chilies. We have 3 Thai chilies here for heat.
They're so
and
small.
flavor. If you can look
So that
past
much
it
is
is
enough to
so
pack a
good.
punch?
And then we're gonna add a splash of cold water. So you're gonna blend this on medium speed, work your way up to high. Now, if it's so chunky that it's not blending, add just a little splash of water at a time until it does, and blend until as smooth as possible. Now, once that's done,
I'm gonna need to
blended
get
and
a whole lot of
smooth,
appliances
you can then
at
transfer
home,
that to the
aren't
serving
I?
bowl. Do not break
I mean,
this
I got
directly into
room, but it's a good thing I
spicy. Now we
got
have a
like some
beautiful
cabinets
green
to
chutney.
put the
You can
stuff
blend this
in
even
whenever I
finer than
don't
did.
use
You can
them.
also add more cilantro if you want it thicker. I like mine a
Again
little
with
bit
the
on the runnier
spam.
side
You just
so
have
it's
spam in the
easier
background.
to spoon on top of my butter chicken. Now, let's make what you came here for. We're done with chicken breast. No more chicken breast ever again. All chicken breast should be put in a cannon and shot into space outside of the atmosphere into oblivion. Chicken thighs are the new norm. This is one of the
really?
best parts of this butter chicken. It adds so
Thighs,
much
no
flavor.
chicken
You
breasts?
can't really overcook it. If anything,
Usually
the
I
more you cook it,
rely
the
on
better it
chicken
gets.
breasts, but
separately,
I'm
it's just like
down to hear what this guy has to
better.
say.
So we have a 1.5 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs, which we're going to cut into 1-inch cubes. You can go a little smaller if you want, but be aware that they are gonna get skewered. Now, we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of kosher salt and 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of grated ginger, fresh, please, dear God, and 1 medium-sized garlic clove, also grated. All right, now you're gonna mix all that together until coated evenly and thoroughly combined. This is the first marinade. There are 2 marinades. This is gonna sit for at least 30 minutes in the fridge or up to 2 hours. You could hypothetically skip the marination part, but this is the part where all of the salt
You do
can sort of
not
start
want to
to
skip the
penetrate the
marination
chicken
part
before it gets
ever.
the
I can
full marinade.
guarantee it. Don't
Normally,
do
we'll
it.
see things like Greek
Don't be
yogurt
lazy.
used
Don't
in a
do
butter
it.
chicken. And it needs to be thickened in order for it to be used as a marinade. Otherwise,
It's
too
cheaper
loose,
to
too
cook
watery.
at
It's not gonna
home.
be quite the
It takes
right flavor
painstaking
or
effort, but
texture.
with the right
But we're not gonna use
discipline
Greek yogurt.
and
Nope.
understanding
Today we're
that
gonna
you can
use
do other
1
things
cup or
throughout the
145
day,
grams of whole milk
so long
yolk.
as you're
To
done
get
with
it more
this, like,
thickened, there are 2 things you can
have
do.
a
The
bunch
first
of
thing and the
leftovers,
most
then
important
you'll
thing
be
is
totally
taking
good to
a
go.
clean tea
I mean,
towel,
if you can wait a
dumping your
long
yogurt
time
out
for
directly into the
a
tea
good
towel,
meal to be
which I know
prepped at a
seems bit
restaurant,
weird.
then
Carefully
surely you would be
gathering all the
patient for
sides,
baking
so you sort of have,
food,
like,
right?
this sack of yogurt.
Right?
Now, at this stage, you can get some kitchen twine, and I like to make mine extra long, and then you're going to wrap that around.
This is
top, sort
crazy.
of pulling it taut, and you're gonna go around
He's
a
got
couple
some
times.
crazy ass
Tie that just to make
methods.
a basic knot. Doesn't need to be perfect. So now, if we hold the long
This-
end,
I've
kinda
never
hangs
seen
it, kinda
anything
dangles
like
it a
this
little bit.
before.
You can already see that this is leaving some moisture wherever you put it. That's good. If you have an S-hook, great, or a kitchen sink faucet,
A
you can hang it
hook?
on literally anything. The point is you need to hang it on something for 2 to 3 hours, or best case scenario, overnight. What's gonna happen is the whey from the yogurt is gonna drip out, and you're gonna end up with a much
Would tape
thicker
work too,
hung
so long
yogurt.
as I make
Or
sure it's
you can
secure?
just use extra basalt
Or is that
flour,
just
which
too
we'll show you in the
risky and it
marinade
would
now.
fall from the weight?
This yogurt has hung
Yeah,
overnight,
it
so you
would.
can
Tape would
see
not
that
work.
It's almost solid. You can now hold it. It's breakable, but it's also still quite creamy. So we'll put that in there. If you hang it like this and it's this firm, you don't need to add any besan flour at all. But if you're in a rush, you don't want to hang the yogurt, totally fine. You're gonna add 1.5 to 3 teaspoons of besan flour.
Look at
I'm
all
not
these
gonna add any
spices
of
he's
this because
got.
The only point of that is just to thicken it. It's not needed for this. So to make our marinade, you have your hung or thickened yogurt. And to that, you're gonna add many spices, 2.5 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili, 1 teaspoon
I will
of
say
turmeric
that there
powder,
is a
2 teaspoons of
slight
lemon
chance
juice,
I
1
may
teaspoon of
cancel,
ground
excuse
cumin,
me,
1 teaspoon
and stream
of
early
meti
today
or
because my
fenugreek
sinuses are
leaves,
starting to kind
1
of
teaspoon of coriander
act
powder,
up, I'm
1
noticing,
tablespoon
so
of garam masala,
that
and
is
2
a
teaspoons
consideration.
fine sea salt. 2
But
more
I could take
things.
some
A 2-inch knob
NyQuil and then
of
just
fresh
get
grated
ready
ginger,
for the
2
next day.
cloves
Ah,
of
thank you,
grated
Fen.
garlic. I know there's a lot, guys. I know, but I'm telling you, we want to make the
Well, I
best
definitely
butter
want to
chicken of
make
our
sure I'm
lives. You're
prepared
gonna
for
have
like
to trust
any
me
sick
here. And then
shoppers
finally, 1
and
teaspoon of
the
mustard
holidays
oil.
to
You
hang
can't
out with
find it, you
family,
can omit it,
as well as
totally
hanging out with
fine,
my
but
brother
it does add a
tomorrow.
really unique flavor. Now whisk that together till thoroughly combined.
So
and you see how
yeah,
thick this is. You're gonna take
no
your
wonder
chicken
I
that's
also
been
kind
marinated
of
in the first
felt like
marinade, now goes
maybe
into the
not
second.
streaming
And then
today.
You're just going to massage
Just the overall feeling I
into your
had.
chicken. You can see how thick this marinade is.
But so
in
far I'm
comparison to
okay,
other
but we'll
marinades.
see how
Even
it
marinades I've done in
goes.
the past, I felt were a little too liquidy because of the yogurt, but by hanging that yogurt and adding
And
all
also
these
a reason
spices,
why I
now you
wanted
have
to
a
just like
really
react
concentrated
to
flavor.
some
It's still gonna
videos
give you
for a
that yogurty
while
flavor without diluting
before we
these
start
beautiful
Resident
spices.
Evil 4.
Now, once that's tossed together, your chicken should
Wow,
look
following
like
along the
this.
curse
By the
again
way,
with
I just
Resident
wanna
Evil
add, you can
4,
also skip
huh?
the marination part if you absolutely
I've only
have
played
to.
for it for a
You're
couple
gonna lose out
hours
on
so
some of the
far,
flavor
which
of
I
the chicken
find so
'cause this is the part where
funny.
the flavor penetrates the chicken.
Even
If you don't
Oblivion
like
has
that word,
less
I
of a
don't care.
curse
It's the
than
only word
Resident
that makes
Evil
sense here.
4.
That said, if you are going to marinate it at least 2 to 3 hours, or ideally in a best case scenario overnight, make sure you wrap it in plastic wrap and
I
set
should
it
really get more
in
plastic
your
wrap for
refrigerator.
myself.
Once your chicken is finished marinating, you're going to skewer it. There are many ways you could pre-cook this. You could have seared this in the pan before you did all that other stuff, and you're welcome to do that. But the way to maximize the flavor is to either broil or grill it. So you can skewer it with metal skewers like this. You don't have to do this perfectly. We just need to get these bad boys seared
Skewering,
off and some flavor on them.
and this
Then just
is
repeat
still supposed
the
to be for a
rest of your
curry.
chicken. Once you have all your chicken skewered beautifully, we're going to take these out.
God, there's
and
just
grill
an
them.
art
You have
to
two
the
other
way
options.
he
You could broil them,
cooks.
or you could sear them in the pan before you add the rest of your ingredients.
He's
You're
an
gonna finish cooking the
artist.
sauce anyway, so we just need to get some color on them. You're going to grill
People
or
that
broil
say
for 2
cooking
to 3
isn't an
minutes,
art,
flip,
go
grill, or
fuck
broil for
yourself.
Another 2 to 3 minutes, and then you can do that on a
This
third
is
side,
art
trying
right
to get some
here.
even grilling and char on all
Take a
sides.
picture
Yeah.
of what he's doing and put it in an
At
art
this point, my chicken
museum.
is actually fully cooked, and yours might be too. With our chicken done, we're moving on to arguably the star of the show, our curry sauce, also called
Oh,
gravy.
yes, baby,
A
yeah.
large saucier. You can also use a pot or a large deep pan of some sort.
Okay, now my
Keep it
nose
every
is
week,
acting
you're
kind
gonna
of
add 2
funny. I don't know if you heard the way I just breathed in and
clarified,
out
but
right
We're
there.
going to melt that completely. Now, once that's fully melted and hot, you're going to add 1 small diced yellow
Yeah,
onion, 1.5
I
inch knob of
probably
ginger
should take
finely
some
chopped,
NyQuil.
and
I probably
7 whopping
should.
cloves of finely chopped garlic. You're gonna add a touch of salt to taste, give it a toss to coat, and you're just gonna saute that, stirring frequently, so all those vegetables are beautifully softened about 3 to 4 minutes.
Yes.
Once that's cooked
To
and
think that there are
softened,
people
we're
that
gonna
really
add
don't
various
like
spices. We're
veggies,
gonna
but
add
they missed
anywhere
out
from
so
2 to
much
3
for the
teaspoons
capabilities of
granulated sugar.
flavoring.
Don't get mad at me.
I don't
okay? It
know
adds
if they
the
grew up
sweetness.
with like canned
I like
veggies
it.
forced to them
Cute.
by their
Don't
parents
omit
and
it
like
if
they
you got a
just
problem with it.
boil
2 teaspoons of
the
coriander powder,
veggies while
half a
still
teaspoon
mixing
of
it in the
cumin
watery
powder,
solution
half
that
a
came in
teaspoon
a
of turmeric
can.
powder, 1 teaspoon of Kashmiri chili, 1 teaspoon
No, that's a
garam
sin.
masala, and a hefty
That's a big
pinch
sin.
of salt to taste. Now,
When
you're
I
gonna
become a
stir,
dad one of these
you're
days,
just gonna continue to saute
I
that
wanna
on
become a
medium
dad.
heat
Of
for about
course,
30 to 60
I'll still need to
seconds,
find a
or until those
significant
spices are
other.
nice and toasty. You're gonna know because you're gonna get
I want
super
I want my
fragrant.
meals to be
They're gonna
properly
darken
home
just
cooked for
slightly,
them.
Not blackened, but darkened just slightly. Now, this is the
It's
key
gotta
to
be
this.
properly
This is gonna help
home
prevent
cooked.
you from having to cook this for like an hour, hour and
Properly
a half.
home
Like Sriracha's
cooked.
recipe. I love
No matter
Sriracha.
what.
I modified this slightly to make it faster, easier, while still maximizing that flavor. So we have 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Why tomato paste? Because it's already pre-reduced. It's already
Again with the
maximized
paste.
tomatoey flavor being added.
But yeah,
to this
paste
without
is
having
great to
add a
mess
bunch
with.
of
I even
reduction
use
time.
tomato
So we've
paste
already
when
skipped
making
some
a
of our
sort of
reducing a
sauce
little
for my
bit here.
pork
Stir
chops
that
on
in,
top of rice,
saute
and
for about 1 to 2
it was
minutes until it's
glorious.
darkened
It was so
slightly.
fucking
You're gonna add a
tasty and
14-ounce
savory.
can of crushed tomatoes. You could add fresh, but I find that using a can of crushed tomatoes, you have the most maximum perfectly in seasoned tomatoes that you can get, and they're already slightly cooked down a little bit.
Oh, really?
1 1/4 cup of
Huh.
water.
So I guess even he makes certain exceptions with canned goods. How about that?
Now you're gonna increase the
Okay,
heat to
maybe
medium,
certain canned goods
bring
are
that to a
good.
boil, then reduce the heat to low, and then bring to a
Even
simmer.
though I consider
This
it
is
a
an
religion
optional
not to go
add,
with
but I
canned
like to
goods
add
as much as
one cinnamon
possible,
stick, which you can
or
add it in this
pre-made
state, or you
mixes
can
for
also
macaroni.
optionally
No, I want to make my homemade. What the fuck?
burn it, and that just adds a little extra depth of flavor. You're gonna take a cheesecloth.
Should I get
add that
one of
cinnamon
those?
stick, followed by 6
We
cardboard
sell those
pods
gas
and
canisters
5
at the
whole
store.
cloves. You're gonna
We
wrap
have a
that
fuck
up
ton of them,
nice
but
and
hardly
tight.
anyone buys
You're gonna
them.
use a little bit of kitchen
So I'm
twine.
not in a rush to
Tie that
get
off
it.
at the top so it doesn't escape the bag. Make a knot. Now at this stage you can trim any excess on this, and you have a little tea bag of spices to add. Again,
Yeah,
this
my
is
nose
optional,
is
but if you did
definitely
make it,
acting funny.
that'll go
I'm kind of.
directly in there. And you're just gonna
What
let
the
that simmer for
fuck?
about 10 minutes up to 15. After 10 minutes, I'm gonna take the bag
What the
out
fuck?
and then transfer it to a blender.
It's like putting a
Very carefully,
napkin
'cause this
in
is
the
very hot.
pan.
Nothing on my white shirt. Let's go. The goal here is to get this as
That's how
far
you
as
know
possible.
he's
You just
skilled
stick
if he's
with
got
it.
no
You can
stains on his
use
white
a food
shirt.
processor.
He's a
Also,
brave
by the way,
man
guess
for
what?
wearing
You don't have to blend it at
white.
all, but blending it will
He's
give
such
it
a
beautiful
brave
texture, and I
man.
like to do that. Blender top. And then you're gonna blend this on high speed until as smooth as possible. Take that out.
Guys, isn't he so brave?
Oh, yeah. That's gonna go back into your pot.
God,
pan,
he
or
must be
whatever you're
so
using.
fucking
Look at that.
careful.
Now we're gonna
Meanwhile,
bring that back up to
I have a
simmer
white
over low
tablecloth
heat. Mine is a touch
for
too
the
thick, so I'm adding a
holidays
half
on my
cup of water.
table,
This next part is not
and
a necessity,
already I
but it's
stained
super
it a
good
few
sriracha topping.
times.
You're gonna
I
add
am
another 2
not.
tablespoons of ghee to this.
I'm not
but
proud
I
of
have it
that.
melted. You're gonna place that bowl of melted ghee into your pot, and then optionally, but recommended, we have a hot piece of oak lump charcoal. We're smoking the ghee. So you're gonna carefully place
Hi,
this
Tora.
into
Welcome to the
that.
stream.
You're gonna
Welcome,
immediately start
welcome.
to cover it. You're
In
just
case
gonna
I
let
sound
that sit
stuffy,
and smoke
that's because
for
my
about
nose is
1 to
acting
2
up, and I
minutes,
may
or until the
consider
smoking
taking
stops. Once it's done, you'll take this off. It'll
NyQuil.
be nice and
Hopefully, I could
smoky.
still
Ooh, so
stream
nice. You'll take your
my
charcoal
intended
out.
hours, but just a heads up
You'll
about that,
strain
Tora.
that ghee through a fine mesh strainer into
Because the
curd.
holidays are
You're just
coming
gonna
up, meaning
stir
I'll
that
be
in. The
pretty
chicken's done. This is
pretty
simmered.
cooped up at
We're now
work
adding
soon.
a half
And I
cup
got my
of
younger
heavy
brother
whipping cream.
to
Stir that
take
in.
out
And again, bring that up to a boil over
celebrate
medium
his
high heat.
birthday,
Reduce
so
the heat to low to a
I
simmer.
definitely
Let
wanna
that
make
simmer
sure
for
I'm
about a minute.
A-okay for
Add your
him.
chicken, simmer
But this
for 5
guy is a
minutes, just to make
wizard.
sure that chicken's cooked and
This
let
guy's
the
a
flavors
fucking
marry.
wizard.
Okay, the butter chicken is essentially done. It smells ridiculous. Now at this stage,
What?
I really
It doesn't
prefer to
smell
add this. I
good?
know there's already a lot of fat in this. Who cares? This is not a diet food. What I like to add is
No,
1
curry is not a
to 2
diet food at
tablespoons
all.
of cold, unsalted
But
butter
still,
to
a
this.
reasonable
While it's
amount of
still hot,
calories.
heat is off. It's no longer
Ah, thank you,
simmering.
Tora.
Take the unsalted butter.
But yeah,
This is
my
not
nose has been
necessarily
kind of
traditional,
like
it's just a little
stuffy
chefy.
for a
You add
good
the butter in,
while.
you're gonna mount
Not
it
in a
with the
bad
butter.
way,
So
but
you're
just
going
like
to keep it
in a
off
way
heat,
that I
you're
could
gonna
tell,
continuously
yeah,
stir
my
it,
nose
letting
is
that
kind of
butter emulsify
not the
into
best, but I could
sauce.
still go to
It's
my
just gonna make it
day-to-day
a little bit more
life.
velvety, a little bit more buttery, a little bit more creamy.
Sorry for the
And
ad
then you toss it
break.
aggressively, just a nice gentle stir. Now that that's in there, last thing to do is always, always, always taste.
He just took.
Does it need more salt? This is your
Did
only
he-
chance. Mine needs just a little bit more.
Did he?
This is your chance to make sure
did he?
it's
I'm
seasoned
sorry.
properly.
Did he just take the opposite end of a spoon to taste test? You what? Huh? All you needed to do was just dip it and not use the actual end of the spoon to taste test it? I've never seen anyone do this before. Usually my mother would just use like the actual end of the spoon to taste test if she needs to. And of course, not use that end again and just get a new spoon, but I want to say that's weird, but at the same time, the way he naturally does it, I don't think I have the right to criticize him for that at all.
With salt, you worked so hard on this. Stir that in. Final taste. Here we go. Is it there?
Okay, there he is. Okay.
She's there. Beautiful.
I guess it's just a convenient means to make
serve
sure
this. Each bowl will
that
get your butter
he
chicken
taste
layered in
tests
there
it
with
to
plenty of fresh
perfection.
chicken
Okay.
pieces. Optionally, you can drizzle that with a little bit of heavy cream just for visuals and also richness. Top with additional
Oh, I would
custard,
definitely use
2
heavy
fresh
cream on
cilantro
that.
leaves, and then, of course, serve it with your rice, chutney, and fresh garlic naan.
It's so
Cheers.
strange that the rice just doesn't get combined.
Symphony.
Of flavor, of texture, of just overall beauty.
God, that's
Butter
a
chicken is
really,
just one of
really
those things
great
that
meal right
transcends
there.
a singular language or culture. You feed this to anybody, and they're gonna want to I don't know what they're gonna want to do.
They're gonna want to hug you and kiss
They
you.
might fall in love
That's
with you.
what.
It
I
is
hug and
so
kiss this man.
Perfectly textured, it's creamy. The balance of acidity and sweetness and saltiness and all the spices coming together to make some sort of beautiful storyline like Pixar cooked it up. For an Emmy
Pixar?
Award-winning
Hey, it's called
masterpiece in the
Ratatouille.
form of a
You're
dish.
thinking about
So,
Ratatouille,
so
good sir.
And that's without anything else. You can make fresh naan, which we have a recipe for, fragrant basmati rice, and then obviously you have your lovely green spicy chutney, which to eat that you would just drizzle a little bit on there and enjoy. I'm very proud of this butter chicken recipe, and I wouldn't have been able to make it and perfect it the way that I have without the help of Chef Saransh. Thank you so much. We had so much fun with him while we were in India, and this was a fun little thing to bring back home to share with you guys. Obviously slightly modified, and it's still really good. So subscribe, the link in the description. Click that to get the recipe.
I think this is a YouTube channel I would love to do like reaction content over on my own YouTube channel. Where's the rat hiding? Good question. He doesn't have a chef's hat. Not unless he implanted it in his brain or whatever. I don't know. Okay, how are my sinuses feeling right now? Yeah, okay. Let's see here. Do I or do I not want to continue streaming? I could just be pretty chill while playing Resident Evil, but at the same time, I want to make sure that I'm up to par with being with my younger brother tomorrow. Because if it wasn't going to be holidays, if there weren't going to be holidays to take into consideration, I probably would just say, Mint, pull through it, you'll be fine. The next week will be carrying on as you usually do. You can do this. But I really do feel like I need to give myself a clear mind to actually really prepare for everything to go on tomorrow, and then the day after, and then like holiday week. So I think I just want to be on the safe side. I'm not horrifically sick, but I recognize this pattern. I do. So I think, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end it earlier than usual. I'm really sorry, guys. I really am. I'm gonna take some NyQuil to get better, so that way I can feel far refreshed tomorrow, and so I can take on the day terrifically. Because I really hate for something bad to happen when hanging out with my brother tomorrow. I want to make sure I do well over his birthday as well as the upcoming holidays, so I really want to be smart on this, guys. I do. So, who can I raid into? Celeste? Wait, I actually want to raid into Celeste. Celeste Dream? I think she would be a great choice to raid into. Me and her were just talking about, like, getting me an MV editor. She was the one that recommended me the MV editor I want to work with, so... Oh! Wait, what the hell is this? Digital Circus has a game? Since when? Since when does Digital Circus have a game? I thought it was just a show. That's crazy. But in any case, I'm going to go ahead and send some love over to Celeste Dream. I hope you guys treat her well, as she is a good friend of mine. I really hate to end it early. I really hate to. Especially when I've only just gotten into this for an hour. But I do hope you all take care. Have a wonderful night. I'll get well soon, get plenty of rest, and I'll be ready to kick it for the upcoming days. Bye everyone. Love you all. I'll get better, I swear.